Family member speaking up after that fiery head-on collision on New Year's Day. As you may remember, a wrong-way driver hit another car on SPID, killing that driver and putting 4 people in the hospital. Tonight, our Madeline Dart joins us with an update on the victims. Maddie, I understand they're still in critical condition?
Yes, Rudy, unfortunately. And inside of that car, a mother, father, their son Jason, and his girlfriend Michelle. Now, they were on the way to the airport to drop Jason off, but that never happened. And now family and friends are staying strong for them, hoping they all leave the hospital alive.
The car's on fire. The car's on fire.
Melissa Lara recalling a brief conversation with her daughter Michelle, who was involved in the accident. All 4 victims suffered severe injuries and have undergone multiple surgeries. Lara says right now her daughter, her boyfriend Jason, and his mother are the only ones who are responsive.
This wasn't supposed to happen. This shouldn't have happened. We're staying positive, and I know they have a very long road ahead for recovery.
The 4 were about to drop Jason off at the airport. He was headed back to his Army base. And later tonight on 3 News at 6 p.m., we'll learn how a local car dealership is backing the family during this difficult time and how you can help them. Rudy.
Such a sad story there. Maddie, thanks a lot for that. Meantime.